dear God, is this the mirror? Oh, let's see. I know Hampus was playing playing my deck a while ago. I'm gonna keep this hand. I got double prism and enough lands. Not a lot of decks that play Tranquil Cove, not gonna lie. Gonna play Tower. Alright, well, there are two pieces to Tron. I'm probably gonna die. So that's cool. Well, they have a main deck Dispel. So there's that. I've got Dispel and Prohibit, where they probably have Capsize and Prohibit. Or Condescend and Prohibit, rather. Discarding Teachings? I don't think that's good for me. Go ahead and play an Oracle. Next turn I can Flicker. Ooh. I really would like that Prohibit, but I gotta take the second piece of Tron. Oh, they're digging. They're digging. I'm digging it. Oh, and they don't have the Tron piece. Nice. Alright. I Teachings in a turn and then Crop Rotate next turn. Cool. Take it. Taste it. One. Boom. The Tron mirror is so dumb. It's a race to Tron, except if both players get Tron, then it gets kind of derpy. And if one player misses on Tron, well, they can't win. Alright. We're both going to have Tron. Presumably. Go ahead and Teachings for Crop. They could have Condescend here. Cool, cool. This does keep me off Tron a little bit, but it also uses one of my opponent's counter spells, which means I'm up a counter. Also makes them crack the map next turn. Oh, there's Crop Rotation. I tapped very badly. I kept up this in case I drew a... because I had a Prism in case I just drew Tron, but drawing the actual Crop Rotation means it was a mistake. Counter, card draw. I want to keep Flicker. So I think I have to discard the Cycling Land. Yeah. Alright. Alright, cool. We'll both have Tron, but they get Tron first. And there's a chance that they're going to Capsize lock me. Which is not that much of a lock if you have Flicker, but... you know, there's play around. I can play around these things. Ooh, they're tapping the mine, huh? Alright, they don't have any prisms. What am I worried about? I guess I can just Mull Drifter here and that'd be fine for them. Okay. And if they play a prism here, then I'm in much worse shape, but they didn't. So, wrong way to tap. We're going to tap this way. Let's go ahead and sacrifice my Quicksand, which does actual nothing. Get my Tron. Flashback Teachings. I can't Capsize this turn. Which means I probably should just draw more cards. Because I'm looking for large numbers of things. Okay. I'll leave a Teachings, Flashback, or a Flicker activation up. Face Swing, I'm blocking because they already have a Mull Drifter in the yard. I'm not turning on Pulse of Marasa. Sure. I'll let them target. Okay. Go ahead and Teachings. For Teachings. Condescend's really bad. In the matchup. You keep it in after board, but only because, like, you have to. You don't have enough cards to cut. It just doesn't... it's just so inefficient against your opponent's threats. Teachings, flashback, and then I can also counter. Teachings, flashback, counter. Yeah, okay. So I can teachings for dispel and still flashback teachings. Cool. Just go ahead and discard dignitary. This burns a lot of my opponent's mana. Alright, well, my opponent has the prohibit here. I'm going to be in horrible shape. But if they have to teachings for the other flicker, I could be fine. I am just going to get dispel, because next turn I want to be able to... Do they have the prohibit and they're trying to counter my teachings? Or are they bluffing? Oh, there's no real way to play around it, so let's go ahead and just dispel here. Wow. If they drew Tron plus Wall plus Flicker plus both counterspells... Okay, I could be in bad shape. I'm just gonna let this resolve. Play another wall here. Well, I'm not toast because they don't have enough colored mana sources, I suppose. Sure. Excellent. End of turn, I get to flashback mystical teachings, and if they condescend it, good. If they don't condescend it, also good. They still get to hold up Flicker now, which is unfortunate, but whatever. Just gonna burn my opponent's counterspells. If I can slam Wall and then have access to counters, that works just fine by me. I could get Capsize here. Take him off Tron. They can condescend for 6. I can capsize. I cannot pay plus double capsize. Not even close. Instead, I'm just going to get prohibit. And then I'm going to wall back my dispel. And then I'm just going to try to fight over their flickers. Wall here. I don't need to play a land unless my opponent has a third counterspell, so I didn't feel like I wanted to. Alright, cool. I get to play a mine. I will fight over flickers. I will not fight over teachings. Go ahead and use my prohibit while I have the chance. What? I thought I clicked on the kicker one, but suppose not. All right. I really want to untap here. If I am unable to untap, that's going to be a problem. I can still double dispel because I can dispel. If they condescend, I get to flicker my wall and prism and then dispel again. I kind of want to use my mana. This isn't even that bad against Capsize. This does let my opponent flicker off if they want to. They can condescend, make me use the dispel, teachings for another flicker, and then draw some cards. But I think I am fine with that fight. Because there's just a large number of cards I can draw where I can't lose anymore. I am just going to burn my dispel here. because I need to make my opponent fight. I can't just let the Condescend resolve. Otherwise, I'm just going to be tapping out from Mole Drifters next turn, which is real inefficient. Yep. Flashback for Teachings. I suppose they could counter back, but that would be very bad. Oh, they have another. They have a Dispel main deck. Nice. All right, they have 3 counter spells main. If I manage to win this game, it's gonna be really win this first game. It's gonna be nice because my opponent is way better positioned in the mirror. They've just got more counter spells apparently. Gonna lead on Oracle because I'm looking for specific cards. Walls, flickers, etc. Compulsive. Sure. Bonus piece doesn't do anything, so I can just go ahead and send to that one gone. Go ahead and do this. I'm gonna discard Unknown Chores. I am kind of whiffing here. I'm whiffing bad here. I'm probably dead here. Oh no, my opponent burned the Teachings, so I could be alive. Wow, I am just whiffing awful. Oh crap. I'm just gonna evoke this next one. I completely whiffed. I did not expect to draw 11 cards and miss. Well, maybe my opponent's hand's blank. Holy crap. 2, 4, 9. I guess I only saw 9 cards. Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah, my opponent found another flicker. Alright. I need to find a wall before they do, I suppose. Whoever finds the second wall is going to win the game instantly, so. Okay. If they resolve a wall here, and then I draw a wall, I can win, but whoever establishes the first lock is gonna carry it. If they just flicker here, I got that. I can win. I'm gonna draw a blank. I'm gonna draw a blank. But I could win. I'm gonna stop on my turn. I'm just gonna thin with the stupid map. I've already burnt the cycling land, so that doesn't do much. I also need to worry about my clock, I suppose. Oh, I have a Fingraph still? Oh, well, that's a much better card than whatever I was going to do. Yeah, I missed, so cool. Junk. Mole. Never going to cast one of these things, so I'm just going to evoke. Pulse is fine. I do need to find stuff. I would like to find stuff here, please. What the hell? It untapped my land. That's cool. Jesus Christ. I can't win if I don't. Okay, I can take the wall, or I can flicker and get back Dispel. I'm just going to take Flicker and get back Dispel. Oh, I already played a land? Wow, that was really bad. Well, alright. Yeah, that was a punt. I should have kept the wall. It was and still is. Theoretically, I can actually play around it. If I had taken the wall, I could have cast wall. And then if they countered it, I could pulse back and recast wall. But since I took the flicker, if they find another wall, I'm probably dead unless I top deck a wall off of this. Next draw. Do they play a capsize? I wonder. Prohibit's fine, whatever. Are they just flickering again? They can keep up Dispel plus Prohibit. Alright, so I need to top deck here. Okay. If I top deck here, we can win this game. It's not top deck. Go ahead and play a Mole Drifter. See if they let this resolve. They probably should, but if they could see my hand, they would just counter it. Tapping low. Tapping low to flicker. Oh, man. Needed to tap there so I could counter their flicker. Alright, we're dead. That was some terrible, terrible sequences. Yeah, if my opponent missed on the wall for another sequence, and then couldn't keep up 2 counterspells, I think I'm fine. If I had been able to find anything in those 17 cards, I would have been fine, but it's just stupid. Don't need dignitaries. I'm actually just going to put in all the blasts. Crop rotation's fine. Quicksand does nothing. Pulse is okay. Alright, so we're just putting in Hydroblast for Pyroblast. That kind of sucks. But, I mean, it's just a... eh. People think the mirror is like some sort of difficult thing. It's not. It's just garbage. It's whoever just hits better. Alright, play first. This hand's garbage. Like, yeah, I can do a turn 3 Mole Drifter if I draw a land, but I also had no pieces of Tron, so... This hand's fine. I have Pyroblast at least. Again, no pieces of Tron. Also no card draw spell. But I have a Teaching, so... I can try to delay my opponent for a while. Opponent thought a long time there. Which means they may have a Sketchian. I'm going to jam out Prism turn 2. There's no reason to... Like, I'm not going to Pyroblast anything they could play. And I could have bought Prism, but I'd rather just cantrip here. Getting a Prism on the board is effective. Yeah, sure. So if I go plant, I have to... Yeah, I'm just going to play Thorn Falls. This makes my turn 5 better if I don't draw lands. Just gonna go ahead and counter here. There we go. Because I gotta use my cards. Pass. End of turn teachings, untap, wall back Pyroblast, assuming nothing weird happens. I drew 2 pieces of Tron in a row because they wouldn't have played Unknown Shores if they had the either of these Tron pieces. Because they played Prism, they would have just played the Tron piece, meaning they drew 2 pieces in a row. I guess I drew 2 pieces in a row too, which is always nice. I'll go ahead and get Dispel. Which spell? Dispel. I'll pass. I'll just go wall, hold up, Dispel next turn. This is fine. Don't care. If they go Tron, I'm going to be very unhappy, meaning because it means they drew all Tron pieces there in a row. But they didn't. They might hit it off of here, but nope. All right. And they can't crop rotate because I have Dispel. Okay. We're going to have 2 counter spells. I'm much more interested in my spells resolving than countering their stuff. I got Dispel off the teachings so I could counter a Pyroblast. I can't counter a map. So if they have crop rotation, that sucks, but what am I doing? Can't Dispel this. Just gonna go ahead and Pyroblast the Oracle. Oh, sure. You should never put in Hydroblast. Really? Seriously? Come on. Have some goddamn respect for the game. Oops. Gonna cast a Muldrifter and counter back. Nope. Oh, still a race to Tron. I'll let this one resolve because I can't counter it. But they don't know that. It's kind of weird to leave this Unknown Shores untapped, given they have a gain land and a Prism. They might as well just tap the Shores instead of their plant in case they rip Tron here. Well, I can get Tron the hard way. Flashback teachings for crop rotation. I guess that's what I'm going to do. Let's go ahead and swing with Muldrifter. We'll trade 2 for 1. Gotta kill my opponent somehow. I'm down a game, so I'll let them get their spell and see what they get, and then I'm gonna get crop rotation and crop rotate into Tron. Do I get to keep up 2 counter spells? No, because I have to tap the Prism. I just get to keep up 1, but I do get to keep up prohibit kicked, so that's always nice. They have a Pyroblast, but whatevs. If they don't rip Tron here, I'm fine. Cue them playing a mine. Like they just ripped it. I had to work for it, and they just ripped the mine. No big deal. That's unfortunate. Yep. They found a bunch of cards. That's cool. Block. Block. Alright, I have no white spells, so I'm just gonna play my Oracle. was a good draw. Play tower. Pass. And once my opponent taps slow, I'm going to try to capsize both mine and power plant. I could just do it my turn and then counter their Pyroblast, but then they just replay it and have Tron, so I'm burning my counters for no real gain. This is terrible. I guess they don't have a creature in the yard. This is fine. Maybe they're playing 2 pulses? I don't know. If they're not playing 2 pulses, this is terrible. There's no reason to throw a creature away like this. And throw away your time. The clock, their clock is what's it's actually at issue. Like, it's not like they're going to race me here. I can capsize and double counter, but I can't triple counter. I guess that's good enough. I mean, if they have 3 counter spells, I can't really do much anyway, right? Because even if I draw something, what am I going to do? So which ones do they know about? They know about my Dispel. They don't know about either other counterspell. If they Pyroblast, I'll just prohibit. My opponent did resolve 2 Mole Drifters, so... And then ripped into Tron when they needed to. So it's going to be difficult to win if I miss on spells next turn. I suppose I could have just thought about trading off Mole Drifter to get back a Fengraf. Yeah, I should have thought about that. I'm gonna go ahead and Teachings for whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna let Teachings resolve. I want to trade counters for counters. Might as well get their man in their hand. Okay. My opponent didn't use a counter, a viable a counter that they could have, so they could still have Hydroblast. So I'm not going to use the Pyroblast. I'm just gonna Dispel here. They knew about the Dispel though, so there is a reasonable. It is reasonable to go ahead and get rid of the, or just go ahead and use the Pyroblast, but, I mean, I don't know. I don't know why I'm still talking. I'm going to capsize lock my opponent's Tron out, so. And then play a map. I don't think I need to crack map, because I don't care if I play a land or not. My current game plan involves me winning a different way. I don't need extra color mana. I don't need extra colorless mana. So this map is probably just going to get me a I have a block here for sure. My opponent already has a creature in the yard. And I don't, so. And I have a Fengraf in play. The hell? What? The hell is this? They have another Dispel? Oh, Pyroblast, sure. Sure. Go ahead and get Remote Isle. Maybe I should have Pyroblasted there. But my opponent can't cast the stupid thing, so, I mean, does it really matter? That's why I didn't. I just probably should have vocalized that, I suppose. I'm going to go ahead and cycle rather than buy back right now. Nothing. Alright. I guess I'll just play this land. And go ahead and hit... I'm going to hit the plant. Because I want to be able to clear out all their Tron if everything goes according to plan. Which is unlikely to work, but you never know. Wish I could just offer a draw. Okay. This is fine, sure. I need to find an answer to Pyroblast, but I've got 3 Hydroblast in my deck, so. And next turn I'm just going to research, see what I hit. Or if I draw a wall, then that makes things easy. Wrong one. I do have green spells left to play, so. I have no white spells. Might as well use the white one first. If they Pyroblast here, it's going to be... Oh, Jesus, dear God. Just going to play this. They have to Pyroblast it. Or use a different counter. They have to counter it. Otherwise, I'm just going to get Dispel and win the game. So, they have to Pyroblast here. I'm going to attempt to keep them off Tron another turn. If they have another Pyroblast, they drew pretty well. Alright. I should have expected my opponent to draw very well, given how they've drawn so far this match. But I'm still in good shape because I have another wall. They do hit Tron here, so if they had all the counter spells and they have wall and they have another counter spell for my Pyroblast, I suppose they're going to win. But that's a lot of things to hit with 0 actual search. They've done nothing to actually filter. I'm just going to go ahead and counter this. If they have a counter for my counter, I might as well make them use it now. Yep. Imagine if I had drawn a Hydroblast. That would have been really nice. Well. My opponent got to use their Hydroblasts when they're optimal, and I have not gotten to use any of my Hydroblasts, and they've already used 3 Pyroblasts. So, we're in bad shape if my opponent actually hit. If my opponent missed, we got this. Jesus fucking Christ. Alright. I have not hit a flicker yet. Alright, I have not hit a flicker yet. Whatever. This is kind of frustrating. If only burnt 1 teachings. I mean, I was hitting land pockets. I can't keep him off Tron, right? So, do I just wall back a counterspell or wall back a card draw spell? Nah, I'm just gonna wall back a counterspell. And then I'll try to get back a good creature off the Fingraph. Wow. Wow. Okay. Okay. See if I can get a wall back. Alright. My opponent gets the flicker off, but, I mean, I couldn't stop them, given my opponent's drawing perfects. Jesus. There was no sequence I could win, given how well my opponent drew, and how badly I did. I mean, I just flooded out. I missed off both Oracle Triggers. I had 2 lands on each of them. So, if I had seen a counterspell off of either of those, we're in good shape. If I had seen a flicker, we're in fine shape. Instead, I've just whiffed. Jesus. On the plus side, my opponent can't capsize out my Tron yet. But they do get to rebuild, try to find another wall, and then stock their hand with counterspells. So, there's a chance I'm just never going to be able to resolve another spell. And then hope they somehow can't kill me. If they have to use 3 flickers this turn to get a wall, I think I'm fine. If they just play a wall here, then they got very lucky. I guess that's better than... No, that's worse than just flickering. You might as well just get your flicker value while you can. Because if I can counter the flicker, then you can cast the Oracle later. It's not like they're going to attack with those Oracles. Like, they literally can't attack with the oracles because I can just eat one and then block the other. Alright, we got another tower. We knew about that one. Did my opponent draw 4 counterspells in a row while I was capsize locking them? I think they had to. Otherwise, they would have been able to counter the capsize earlier. That's insane. Again, I have green spells to cast. I'm just going to counter a flicker if they cast it. God damn it. This is totally dead until they start bringing back their stuff. Color mana sources don't really do much for me. It does mean if they flicker their wall to get back Pyroblast, I get to just Hydroblast. I can let the... I guess I'm going to counter Flicker no matter what. Never mind. If they have a way to counter my Dispel and then they are forced to somehow wall back their Pyroblast, I get to counter the Pyroblast. I'm dead. I'm just dead. There's nothing I can really do here unless my opponent has 5 lands in hand. And then blanks here. And blanks here, rather. Okay. Chain Prisms. See if they blanked. It's kind of a blank. I should tap that power plant. We got a flicker. Is colored mana a premium yet? Yeah, it's fine. Definitely don't need colorless mana, so playing the tower is just not necessary. Anyway, if my opponent ever taps low, I get to win. I'm gonna flicker here, or I'm gonna dispel this flicker. And if they have 2 counter spells, I lose. And if I ever flicker these 2 walls, I'm gonna win. If they have another flicker here, ooh, what is this? Capsize? God. Oh. Huh. Okay. Yeah, if they have 1 counter spell, I'm dead. And they played very well. It sucks. If they have another dispel, I'm dead. That sucks. Ugh. Alright, my opponent has used a pulse already. I could kill this stupid thing and then that takes out their capsize as well. They could have a Hydroblast. I'm thinking too long. Okay, whatever. Auto yield. Ugh. If they had a second wall, they'd used it, but they could very well have another Hydroblast in hand. Yeah. Alright. Stack, please stay up here. Let's see what we draw off of this prism. If I just draw another counter, that'd be great. But if I draw another flicker, that'd also be great. Or teachings. There's a lot of things that I could draw off of this that I would like. I can still... Like, yeah, my opponent got to use their Hydroblast, and I didn't, basically. Which is how this game played out. And that's frustrating, but whatever. I just completely whiffed off those 3 draws as well. Oh, that's frustrating. I need to destroy... I can't afford to let them have another flicker. Win without. Alright. I am very unhappy with the way I've drawn this match. Are they just gonna play? Okay, if they played a wall there, I'd have been very mad because that means they had top decked it. Okay, they should have voted the first one, but. Ah, bah. My opponent drew every counterspell in their deck except Condescend. No, they have Prohibit somewhere in there. Alright, well, they got Pyroblast, so that means I can win. God damn it. Just gonna snipe this while I can. Play another colored Manosaurus. Alright, I'm gonna hope my opponent decks themselves. Maybe they don't have another Flicker. Maybe they don't have another Flicker. Oh, Teachings is great! Alright. Can I win? I think I can win now. Flicker? Okay. Well, I have to respond to this. I don't have an option not to. Oh, good lord. I need to figure out a better place for this stack. Gonna go ahead and get Flicker. And then I'm gonna try to Flicker my own walls. They will Pyroblast the Flicker. I will Hydroblast back. Oh, come on! Dear God, how many... Wait, I was dead. I should have been dead. If my opponent had 2 Flickers, I should be dead. I hope they only have 1 counterspell. Jesus. Wow, my opponent has been insanely lucky. They have not drawn a land. They have Pyroblast in their hand. Wait, what? Oh, sure, whatever. That's fine. Because I can get back Pulse later. Alright, so, burn a Flicker. Okay. Pulse back a wall. Yeah, alright. Opponent might deck themselves. Why does the stack keep going down there? Doesn't make any sense. Pass turn. This one resolves. Getting back Flicker and Flicker, but it doesn't highlight because this is MTGO. Because why would it highlight? I'm going to go ahead and get back my wall. Okay. That is insane. I should have been dead. My opponent had Flicker, Flicker, Counter, Counter. I should have died. They let me potentially draw out of that. Alright, just gonna pass through these turns. Like, my opponent just didn't draw lands. Which is kind of an insane sequence. And I just drew another land, but that's fine. Like, there were multiple times where if they had a Flicker, I was dead. Because I just tapped out. So that means they had drawn Flicker, Flicker in a row at the end there. Were they sandbagging the Prohibit? I don't think that can be. I don't know. If I could stop drawing lands, that'd be really nice. Drawing the Teachings there was really good. And it only lost to specifically my opponent's sequence where they had double flicker plus prohibit. Okay. I'm fine with this. I'm not tapped down, so... They can't kill me with this without tapping me down. They just let me draw all these cards. Now I can draw out of it. I'm not going to, but I can. If I had drawn both Pyroblasts there, I think I could get there. I still have another compulsive, right? Yeah, alright. We have a game plan. It's not a very good game plan, but it's a game plan. They could fill their hand with like 5 counter spells. Oh, I should probably hit a prism, huh? Sure. Okay. Land here. Compulsive's fine, because I have my own compulsive. Land, discard. Do I fight over the flicker? I think I do. Did I only get 1 prism? Wow. Alright. Fight over flicker. Fight over flicker. Maybe I needed a wall last turn to force them to use more mana. Potential. Well, GG's. That is insanely unlucky. I am astonished my opponent had double flicker plus double counterspell. I should have been just dead immediately. My opponent had to get ludicrously lucky to have that sequence of cards in their hand. Given that means they just had no lands for 8 out of their last 12 draws, something like that. Because it's not like they were discarding lands, they just didn't draw them. If I could have used my Hydroblast earlier, that would have been better. That's why you don't side in Hydroblast against just Pyroblast. They can just draw their Pyroblast before you draw your Hydroblasts. My opponent sided in Hydroblast just for Pyroblast and got the better into that sequence, but that is really unfortunate. How are we not the last match? Oh, Jared James, never mind. I don't think I could have sequenced it differently. Let's see. I don't know. I'd have to rewatch that. Anyway, if you're going to play the mirror, make sure you draw more counterspells than your opponent and get Tron before your opponent. And if your opponent has to pay 7 mana to crop rotate into Tron, and you don't have Tron, just top deck Tron. That's how you win the game. Anyway, going into round 4, 2-1. Let's win out and get in top 8.